This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, what you done last class? Second. Okay, we'll just go through organization rules is completed last class. Or routing, work list and work basket routing is completed. Right? Let's go on to the next concept is security. Okay.
ప్రభాకర్ నాకు
Yes.
కొన్ని డౌట్స్ నేను చెప్పాను కదా అది క్లాస్ ఎండింగ్ లో మీకు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేస్తా ఓకే ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేశాను అప్లికేషన్
Okay.
అదే
Okay. So routing is completed last class. Then what are the different type of routings, right? Work list routing and through team routing, specific user routing and all completed. Fine. This is the last class we done this. I will move on to the next concept is security. And validations complete అవ్వలేదండి validations.
లేదనుకున్నాను ప్రభాకర్
Okay. Okay, no problem. So then after security we'll go for validation, then after validation we'll go for data transfer. That is sequence. Fine. So let's move on to security rules. Okay, security and what type of security then Pega will be provides. So what are the security rules will be there into the Pega, then all will discuss one by one. There is a so different type of security rules will be there in Pega, and there is some application level security and security rules and what type of security rules will be there into the Pega. So we have some access group. Okay. Next one is access role to object, then privileges. This is what about different security rules. Okay. So what is the access group, access role, and access role to object and privileges? Okay. So each and everyone is providing for restrict that operator into the application level, class level, and rule level. Fine. So access group is nothing but it provides the permissions to the operator to work on into the applications. Access group is nothing but to provide the access for operator to application level. So let's say some operator working TCS. So that ID card is the access group. So without ID card, that security person is not allowed to the inside the company, right? Same as for that. Without access group, that operator is not allowed to work on the particular organization's application. So who is the owner of the project, and then that organization will be provide some access group for the operators. Okay, to they will give some permissions to access for the application. Suppose there is some URL. Okay, something you are going to work on something. Everyone, so if you're going to work on real-time applications and there's a cloud-based applications only. So then they will give some URL. Once click on the URL, so what will happen? So they will ask him username and password. Correct. So username and password, after click on the username and password, so if you're able to log in into the particular organization application, then you are authorized person to access the application. Suppose your username and password is invalid, you are not authorized person to access for the application. Same as for Facebook credentials. So we just to provide the credentials is username and password, your password is incorrect, so that means you are not authorized person to enter into the Facebook. So first we can go and sign up, and then we'll get username and password, then only we can log in into the Facebook application, right? Same as for, so if you're going to access for any application, compulsory we need some access group. Okay, so access group is provides the permissions for the operator for application level. So we have what type of security rules will be there, this all will discuss one by one now. Fine, let's come to details one by one. So then access group provides two types of access for the operators. That operator is accessing for the applications. Okay, and then role of the operator. So then particular role of the operator, that operator is having what type of role, either developer or admin or something, any product support or something, manager. Okay, so any user. So what is the role of the operator inside the access group? And then it will be give us some permissions to access for the application, give the access to the operator. Okay, so for accessing for the applications, and give some, define some role for the operators. That is what about inside the access group we can define into these two access. So an access group is nothing but to restrict the access for the functionality within your applications. Suppose if you want to restrict that operator within application level, and then don't provide the access group for the operators. That operators don't have an access group, that operator is not allowed to involve the application development. Okay, this is what about this one. One operator is having for multiple access group. Okay, so one operator is just associated for the multiple access group, but is able to access at a time 1 to 1. So one operator, one access group, but is associated for multiple access groups, but is able to access one operator, one application only. Okay, so this is whenever going to create any applications, and for Pega rules application, then this is for by default access groups. So if you're going to create some any admin application or your applications, and your application name, and then so your access groups. Okay, so this is a different operators and different access groups now. Okay, so naming convention, this is administrator access group, this is the case manager access group, this is the designers access groups, this is the developers access groups, the case workers or users access groups. Okay, this is what about different level of different operators or different having for different access groups. So let's example, I will tell you one simple example for you. So that's, suppose you know that, right? What are the roles will be there? So developer role. Okay, so then admin role. Okay, and then users. Okay, the default operators, and then managers. So suppose manager is having for some particular access groups, correct? So manager is having for the particular access groups, and then without manager, suppose if manager is wants to access for the development developers portal, so then manager also is associated the developer access groups. Okay, so nothing but if you want to access for the any different portals, okay, any different portals, and then we can go and define the that particular portal access groups. Okay, so this one already I told you for the in harness concept. Okay, let's go for operator here. So inside the operator, what will be there? There is some, so just this particular operator will be associated with access groups. If you expand it here, these are the rules for the operator. So CCORS administrator is a by default access groups, that role automatically, this by default this role is created. Suppose if you, excuse me, by default if you want to create any different role, we can create a different role for the operators. Okay, that's it. Inside the access groups, what will be there? So we have some access roles and then portals. Okay, this particular operator will be belongs to each portal. Admins always will be under admin portal, and developers are developer portal. Okay, managers manager portal, and case worker portal. Pega Express is not PX Express is nothing but a data scientist and decision consultant portals. Okay, that operator will be belongs to which portal? Inside the portal, what will be there? There is some harness. Inside the harness, what will be there? There is some sections. Inside the section, there is some layouts. Inside the layouts, there is some properties and controls. These are all the discussion we already done. Okay, this is what about the level of access, the way of access for the operators. Okay, so and then here we can add the multiple access groups also. Suppose there's some C cards. Authors, C cards authors, C cards administrators, C cards managers. Okay, so I'm not creating any another operator. So if we create one more operator, we can check that. So this is that this operator will be associated multiple access group, but is able to access at a time only for one access group only. Why? Because this is one to one, not for one to many. Okay, that is what about the different way of access groups. Okay, so very important questions is what is an access groups? What is the purpose of access groups? Okay, and what are the so one operator will be belongs to one access groups or multiple access groups. Inside the access groups, what will be defined? And then inside the one operator will belongs to which portal or multiple portals. These are all the interview questions. They will test you for negative way. Okay, this one. So if you open any access groups and these are all the access groups rule form, and then sometime they will ask you work pool. What is a work pool also? Okay, so work pool is nothing but a collection of work types that operators belongs to some particular access groups, right? The operator is involving to how many work items. Okay, so operator is not only involving for one work object, right? So he is involving into how many work items. It determines which type of work items user can create it. Okay, that is nothing but a work pool. So there is some layout, and then we have some production rule sets. So I will tell you on how to delegate the rules and what type of rules we can delegate. Rule delegation we'll discuss later. Okay. Suppose if you open the access group now, this is just to open the access groups. Okay. This is a C cards, and you inside the access group, this is an application. Okay. And suppose if you are going to create any new access groups, right click and go to create and then security and then access group. This is the path to create a access group now. By default, this access groups already created, right? That's what I'm going just showing for you. And click on create and open this. So while creating the access groups, it is not asking for any version, only for rule set only. Okay. This is an application name and this version. So we can define the portals also, and then roll up the particular object. Then advanced tab, and what will be the advanced tab? The work pool. The operator will be belongs to how many work items. Okay. If we click on down arrow, this many work classes. Something operator will be bank of. So what is your class? SOM. Okay. So this work class. Okay. And then some other work class. Then operator will belongs to how many work item. That is nothing but a work pool. Okay. So then access control is nothing but a generally what will happen. Suppose you are going to log in some any Facebook, correct? So then even after providing your credentials and your portal is not open, even 30 seconds and half an hour time also it's taking. And then after 30 minutes also you are not able to enter into the particular Facebook portal. That is there is some timeout. Okay. So that is what so whenever then after 30 seconds or 1 minute and 60 seconds also complete also after completion this you are not able to enter the Facebook portal, and then you can display some timeout error. Okay, if you're not able to accessing for the particular application, then it will display some timeout error. That's so production rule set is nothing but, so if this operator will be accessing for the production rule set, and what type of rule set that that operator is able to access into the production, then this lead will be providing this access actually. So only some maybe in your application that 3-4 CWSS and 6 hours, I mean then 4-5 CSS are working. So the lead will be don't give the access for the production access for the juniors, okay, who are the seniors and who are in knowledge on the some production issues. Okay, so then lead will be check the particular operator, and then only you can the lead will be assigned the production access for the operator. If these production rule sets are not defined here, the operator is not able to accessing for the application to the production. So if you want to check and how that operator will be belongs to or not production rule sets, and which rule sets the operator is able to access, which rule sets the operator is not able to access, everything will be defined into the profile information here in the rule set, and this different rule sets will be there. The operator will be able to access this many rule set. Suppose if the rule set is not added, that operator is not able to open this rule set into the production. Okay, so that's nothing but they restrict it in that particular rule set level for the in production up. So in so it will restrict that operator for the application to the productions based on the rule sets. Okay, this is what about application operators. So inside one operator there is some multiple access groups, right? So one operator will be belongs to multiple access groups. Inside this access group, how many operators will be defined that? Okay, so then everything will be there in operators, but it's not your response, we can't able to add it. And then this enterprise editions will get it some informations inside these access groups. Your access group is CC, C cards administrators, right? Inside these access groups, and what are the roles will be there. Okay, so then they will add it into all roles, operator roles and everything. So then that is nothing but a one operator role or multiple operators also they will add it under the access groups. That is what about the operator details and all. This is how will be create a new access group. Okay, if you want to create a own portal, and we can create your own portal also, either custom portal or a composite portal. Portal creation everything, so they should not responsible. Suppose if you want to create your own portal like some Dev Studio and all this, you can create your own portal. Just to give the name here itself also, then you can just open the portal here itself, then we can open this and create your own portal. Give the access this portal into some particular operator. We can select this portal is what type of portal. Okay, the role user or developer, then the type of portals, either custom portal or composite portals. Then inside the portal we can give the harness. Okay, that's it. Skins is nothing but the presentation. So then now will be present the content to the users different way. So that is application presentation, that is a skin. This is what about the access group. Okay, so let's go to inside the access group. There is some roles, right? Available roles. So one operator is having multiple roles. Developers. One operator will be developer, and same operator will be having role for use some production support or some testing the application. So one operator is having some 3 roles also. Okay, so that nothing but a one operator is having for multiple roles, not only one role. So what are the roles of the operator? Then we can give this one. Some of the operators are developers, some operators are admin support. Okay, and some operators are testers, some operators are managers. Okay, some operators are product support. Okay, this is what about what is the role of the operator, then we can add it. So generally, if you want to understand this total security concept, so we need to understand about this cycle process. some cycle process. That is, operator is a consist of operator will be belongs to multiple access groups, but is able to access at a time one access group only. Access group 1, access group 2, access group 3, and so on. So inside the access group is nothing but what it contains multiple access roles. Access group is contains what? It's multiple access roles. Role is nothing but is a set of what is the role of the operator. Okay, access role 1 and access role 2 and so on. So what is the access role? Access role to object, what is it? None. I will tell you one by one. Access role is nothing but it contains set of access role to objects, AROs. Okay, ARO1, ARO2, some ARO3 and so on. Access role to object is contains multiple privileges. Privileges 1, privileges 2, privileges 3 and so on. Okay, so this is what about privileges 1, privileges. 1 second. So this is what about the different, sorry, I guess. So privileges 1, privileges 2, privilege. This is sequence. So access group is contains multiple access roles. Okay. Access role to object is nothing but so one by one I will tell you here. Access group is nothing but restrict the operator into the application level. Okay. So providing for security for application level. Access role to object, and then access role to object, and we have some access deny. Both are into the restrict the operator for the class level. Okay, class level. Okay, class level restrictions. Privileges is nothing but a rule level restrictions. Okay, so if you want to restrict the operator for rule level, then we can go for the privileges. This is a different one. Just maintain this clarity. It's very easy, so we can express. If you whenever getting the questions about what is the difference between access role to object and privileges, access role, privileges, and all. Okay, access role is nothing but just role of the operator. Access role to object is just to give the particular role access for the class level. Okay, so let's go to discuss about one by one. I'm going to teach you how to create an access role now. Okay, right click, go to create security access role name. Suppose if you want to create an access role name, suppose I'm going to create the access role is some Srinu. Okay, let's go to create and open this. So here, so we can add the multiple classes. If you click on save, so this particular operator, then the role is nothing but a Srinu development, and then this particular operator is able to access how many classes. The class is not added. This operator is not allowed to access for the particular class. So then if you want to add any class, then read instances, write instance and all details, then we can go to create for the access role to object. So while creating the access role to object, so we need to give some access role name. Go to security and then ARO, access role to object. Okay. I'm going to give some same name, Srinu, work. Okay. Or access. The role name. So C cards, Srinu. Okay, C cards, Srinu. The access class, the access role name is created which class? Okay. That is a SOM is created for the which class? That is a work class here. Use the work class now. Create and open this. So here we can give the instances like there is some 0, do not access. Okay, there is nothing, but if we give the 0, the operator is not open the instances, not modify the instances, not able to delete the instances also. Experimental, and 2 is nothing but a development, 3 is nothing but a testing, and 4 is nothing but a UAT, user acceptance testing, and the pre-productions. 5 is nothing but a production. Suppose if we give the 3 here, all are 3, 3, 3 something. So this operator is able to access for the application. I mean that operator is able to open the instances, modify the instances, and delete the instances till testing. So when your application enter into the pre-production, that means UAT, this operator is not able to open it and modify it and delete the instance. Why? Because this operator is not having access. Okay, that is what about the based on the environments of the applications, and then we can provide the access to the operator. That is what about access control, controlling for access for the operators. Okay, suppose if we give the 5 here, what will happen? Tell me. If we give the 5, something I'm going to give some 5 here. Anyone? Can you tell me this? If we give the 5, what will happen here?
సార్ 5 వరకు యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుందండి ప్రొడక్షన్
Yes,
వరకు
till 5. So till 5, then operator is able to open instances, modify instances, delete the instances, and then rules wise also. This is what about okay access role to object. After click on save, forgot I will tell you the privileges later, and click on save this. Okay, some description is required here. Add some description and click on save this. Now, so this access role to object will be inheritance from the access role. If we come back to the access rule and refresh it here, that all classes and numberings will be added here. The class and numbering here. Okay, suppose I want to give some one more access to the access to the this particular Srinu development. So just we can go and create one more access role. So right click, go to create access role to object. Got it right? So that one more class access will be added here. The class will be that what is the numbering. So that operator is able to access over the class, and then so what type of environments. Then so that's what I am saying here. Access role is nothing but it's a set of access role to object. Multiple access role to objects we can add it here. Okay, under the access role. That's what I'm saying for this sequence. Access role to object is nothing but what inside the class, what will be there, rules will be there. And that operator will be so restrict for what type of rules. That is nothing but access role to object. There is some privileges also will be there. So let's go to privileges tab, and then I'm going to give the some privilege name. Let's say some, okay, I'm going to create some privilege name here separately. Right click, go to create, then security and privileges. There is an option, right? Privileges, where is it? Privilege here. Let's go to create a privilege here, and then some test, and create and open this. Okay. Suppose the particular operator is not able to run the flow, or not able to run the flow action, not able to run the activity. Okay. So that means that operator is restricted. If the operator will be having for privileges, that operator is able to run the flow, run the activity, run flow action and all. Okay. Then how to restrict that operator? That is nothing but rule level. If you want to restrict the operator for rule level, then we can create it for the privileges here. So we'll come back, and then we can give the some privilege name here. That is a test, and then we can give the numbering also, either 4 or 3 something, and click on save this. Then back to the access role, then refresh it. Then privilege is also added here. See, okay. Suppose we will come back to go to be careful, and they will ask you so many interview questions related to the security, access role, and difference between access role and access role to object. Okay, there is some access privileges, right? Privileges will be referred in activities, flows, flow actions, access groups, and report definitions. Suppose if you want to restrict the some flows here, suppose you are a junior, మీరు జూనియర్ అనుకోండి, మీరు కొన్ని ఫ్లోస్ రన్ చేయడానికి యాక్సెస్ ఉండదు. సో దట్ మేనేజర్ ఆర్ లీడ్ విల్ బి రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ యూ. Okay, so that means if you are just to open the flow, and then you are not able to run the flow because of reason, and they will restrict them. So suppose if you open any activity, I will show you. If you have a privileges, then we can able to run the some particular role. That is what about rule level access. Go for any activity now. Get okay, get countries. This is a get countries, will be retrieve that all country details and all. Okay, so let's suppose locked. Okay, okay, anyway, let's go to save as this role. Okay, so let's go for security here. So there is some privileges, right? I'm going to add the privileges here. The class and privilege. Okay. The class is SOL work class, and then I'm going to give the some privilege. Privilege is just now created a test. Then click on save it. Then I'm going to run it. Then without before run, open the tracer and observe the difference. Go to actions and run this. Okay, and click on run this activity. So we have only one step, right? So we say there is an issue is open. there is an issue, please consult your system administrators. What is an issue? You can go for tracer, you can find out. There is no step is executed here. So just activity initiated, activity end only. But between that begin to end and there is some steps are added, right? But why the steps are not get executed here? And because of reason, so we are restrict this rule. So we are providing for privileges. Suppose I'm going to deleting this privilege and click on save this, and then we'll come back to the activity again. Go to actions and run this now. Now test it. So there is no issue here. It's a build successful, and then go to tracer. Everything is success. The step is executed. This is nothing but, suppose if you want to restrict that operator into the rule level, either flow or something, flow action or something, any activities. Okay, so these are the different areas we can refer into the privileges here. Okay, so this is nothing but, that's what I'm saying, rule level access, rule level restrictions. Suppose if you want to restrict that operator into the particular flows or particular activities or particular flow actions, then we can provide the privileges to them. This is what about different level of access for the in overall application class level, rule level, and all. Okay, this one. So other type of security, access DNI. Access DNI is a totally inverse of the access role to object. Okay, access DNI is nothing but it's a DNI for the access to the class. That is what about access DNI. Access when is nothing but suppose when is nothing but boolean values, either true or false. If it is when is true, give the access. If it is when is false, don't give the access. That is nothing but access DNI. These are the different levels of access, I mean security rules. Okay. Interview point of view, they will ask you for what is a ARO, and what is the difference between ARO and access DNI, and what is the privileges, what is the purpose of privileges. Okay, and then they will ask you some scenario based questions also, like, so there is an operator, so that operator is not able to run the flow, and what is the why that operator is not able to run the flow, what is the reason? But the operator is able to run the flow but is not able to get the result, what is the reason? Okay, so why that operator is not able to run the flow and not able to run the activity, not able to run the any type of flow actions? Because of reason, so the lead will be restrict that operator by using privileges. So that is what about different level of security rules. Okay, any questions guys about security rules? Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next concept is, read this concept, and then if you have any doubts, then I will explain once again. Okay, and then we'll move on to next concept is security concept is completed. Validations. Okay, next concept is validations. The different type of flows are completed. Okay, the routing also completed now. So routing and flows, different type of flows, screen flows and sub flows. Okay, this is completed last class. Then routing. So then going to discuss about next concept is validations. Okay, or validate rule validations. What are the different type of validations will be available into the Pega? We have some two type of validations in Pega. Okay, and one is for client side validations, and another one is for server side validation. Suppose if you are going to log in any Facebook, Suppose you enter into the invalid username. That is nothing but what? Client side. Before click on submit button, if you want to validate any type of property, any property or any field, that is nothing but a client side validations. Okay. Server side validation is nothing but after click on submit button, you enter valid username and valid password. But valid password, we don't know that password is correct or not. Who validate that? In DB validation. Suppose if you want to validate the DB side, that is nothing but a server side. If you want to validate the rule into the database, that time we can call that is validation, we can call it as a server side validation. Client side is nothing but we can call it as another name is browser validation, and server side validation is nothing but a DB validation. That is only simple difference. Suppose if you want to validate the in browser, if you want to validate the properties in browser itself, so we have some Pega will be introduced some different concept, different rules. Okay, so to validate the fields or to validate the properties. There are edit validate rule. So edit validate rule, we can't create it manually. Then we have some predefined functions inside the edit validate rule. We can use them. If it is possible, we can edit them also. Edit validate rule. Let's say suppose edit validate rule and validate rule. Okay, and then declare constraint also. Declare constraint also declarative. These are declarative rule. And then declare edit validation rule and declare constraint rule same, but validate rule will be need to report some other rules, but declare constraint so should not be explicitly called. No need to call the anywhere, just to create it and leave them. Automatically it will be executed in the background. Okay, so this is what about the different type of browser validations. Edit validate is nothing but it's validating for the some predefined Java code. Inside the function some Java code inbuilt in Java code, and then by using the function if you want to validate the properties, and then that is nothing but edit validate. So edit validate, so we can validate only for single property, not for multiple. At a time 10 properties. In the skin I have some 5 properties. I want to validate them 5 properties at a time. Some first name last name is not equal, age is not more than 45. So suppose there is some Jagan schemes is there. So some of the schemes and them customers are not more than the less than 45 years. Okay, almost then age should be more than 45. Who are the less than 45 years and then they are not eligible to for particular scheme, right? That nothing but if you want to validate them. So in the browser itself, and then we can if you want to validate the type of properties, then we can go for the validate rule, not for edit validate. Edit validate just మనం బ్రౌజర్లో వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తామంటే by using predefined functions. We can't implement them. If we that already the predefined functions inside some Java coding is there, if we want to some modifications of the Java, and we can save as that, and then we can do some added some coding, and then we can implement it. But we can't implement separately. We can just reuse them and we can do modifications also. Validate tool is nothing but so validating for multiple properties. At a time 10 properties, 20 properties, no limit. You screen any property values. Okay, so it will validate the multiple properties. That is nothing but a validate. Declare constraint also validating for multiple properties, but it's dependent to the when conditions. Based on the when conditions, and then so it will be validate the properties. But one more thing is declare constraints are should not be referred anywhere. So, but validate will compulsory, so we can refer some other rules. That is what about different validations for client side. But we can use them edit validate rule and declare constraint in server side also. Only the client side validation is ఒక interview question మళ్ళా. Okay, edit validate మీరు only okay some client side యూజ్ చేస్తారా, server side యూజ్ చేయకూడదా? You can use it by using activity methods. So we have some property validate method. Property validate is nothing but validate run the edit validate. That's it. It will run the multiple edit validate tools inside the property validate. So there is some plus. We can give the multiple edit. You can just run the multiple edit validate tools inside the property validate. Okay, so validate tool is not only for client side, we can use for server side also by using OBJ validate. obj validate is an activity method, so we can just use obj validate activity method. Inside the obj validate, we can run the validate rule. So obj validate will be run the only for one validate, not for multiple validate rules. Property validate అట్లా కాదు, it will run the multiple 8 validate rules. చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఓకే, అండ్ ద డిక్లేర్ కన్స్టెంట్ we can't, so it's not be referred anywhere, right? So that's what we can use this. And how to call the activity in 8 validate, how to call the validate in activity. So validate tool will be called not only for activities, we can call the flow actions also. Okay, so mostly like 90% of the application we can call that validate tool into the flow actions in flow action under the validate tab. Okay, so this is what about different type of validation rules will be there into the Pega. And one more thing is how to display some exception messages. Suppose మీరు ఏదన్నా ఫేస్బుక్ లో లాగిన్ అయ్యారు, సో ఈ షోయింగ్ ఫర్ ఇన్వాలిడ్ యూజర్ నేమ్ ఇన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద స్క్రీన్. Suppose you provide the wrong password, is showing for your password is incorrect or you are not authorized user, correct? That is nothing but if you want to display some exception message based on the customer or user actions, so we can use the two set of messages, that is page set message and then property set message. Page set message nothing but display the exception message into the top of the screen or page level. Property set message nothing but display the error message into the property level. So this is how can you use them and how to validate and how to display exception message into the by using these two methods. Right? So then this is the theoretical concept. So if you want to understand this concept, I prepared for you validations. Okay, some validate document. Go through the validate document, then we will get idea in depth. So what you done just now, right? So prime side, server side validation, different type of validations. So we have some out of the box 8 validate tool I mentioned here. Okay. What are the out of the box 8 validate tool means? This one is not a, is a feature date, not feature date, is non-negative. Non-negative and compulsory age is should be greater than 45. Okay, not less than 45, like this. In that type of conditions we can use this. Valid email address, SSN number, okay, and then some file name, file type, okay, and then US phone numbers. Different country phone numbers, countries are having different phone formats. Okay, then all will be then almost 60 plus 80 values will be there. Okay, so let's go to advanced step and then we can check that all predefined 8 validate functions. See, these are the sum of the 8 where you can refer the validate tool. This is one, and then these are the sum of the out of the box validate tools. Okay, so this is what about the explanation of edit validations, different types of validations. Okay, any questions, guys? And read this document, and then next concept is data transforms. So read the data transform document also, be ready for the data transform also. Okay, that's the coming concepts. After data transform we'll take the some revision concept, how much syllabus is completed, how much is left. I will show you content also, and please create the PDN account also. Okay, yeah, so any questions? Yeah, Chaitanya, చెప్పండి. Any questions, any doubts?
ప్రభాకర్ నాది కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదు ప్రభాకర్ అప్లికేషన్.
కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదంటే ఏం ఎర్రర్ ఏంటి?
ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తున్నాయి నాకు. నిన్న కూడా ఎర్రర్ వచ్చింది, రీస్టార్ట్ చేశాను. సో ఐ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు లాగిన్ టు ద అప్లికేషన్. నౌ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు లాగిన్. స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేస్తాను, ఒక్క నిమిషం.
అసలు లాగిన్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వడం లేదా?
యా, లాగిన్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వట్లా. బేసిక్ గా మనం కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్ లో స్టార్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 5 minutes ఆగి లాగిన్ చేస్తాం కదా, ఎర్రర్స్ ఏమున్నాయి మొత్తం 8.5 ప్రభాకర్, మీరు లేటెస్ట్ ఇచ్చారు.
కంట్రోల్ ఎవరైనా 8.5 చేసుకున్నారు? అందరూ 8.5 చేసుకున్నారు కదా? Sorry. One second.
I mean, even 2 days before also I was facing the same thing, but after that when I restarted it, I was able to log into the application.
Errors అయితే ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, 8.5 లో కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ అయితే వస్తున్నాయి. మీరు ఎక్కడ ఒక్క నిమిషం యాక్సెస్ రావట్లేదు ఇది.
ఇప్పుడు వస్తుందా మీకు?
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
You can see my screen, right? Yeah.
మౌస్ కంట్రోల్ రావడం లేదు. ఓకే, మౌస్ కంట్రోల్ షేర్ చేస్తారా?
చేశాను కదా.
మౌస్
ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్స్
వెయిట్ చేయండి, ఉన్నట్టుంది కంట్రోల్ చూస్తాం.
ఓకే.
ఇట్లా వస్తుందా? ఇది 8.5 లో కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. సో నాది అట్లే అయితే మళ్ళీ రీస్టార్ట్ చేసి వేరే బ్యాచ్కి 2-3 చేయాల్సి వచ్చింది. కాకపోతే దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే ఎర్రర్స్
జీ డ్రైవ్ లో నేను ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసింది. జీ డ్రైవ్ లో చైతన్య జీ డ్రైవ్ ఉంది కదా, దాంట్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశాను.
ఏ డ్రైవ్ చేసినా సి ఫోల్డరే తీసుకుంటుంది అది. అంటే మీరు కాపీ చేయడం ఫైల్ ఇక్కడ చేశారా?
యా.
హోమా ఇది? 10 హోమా?
యా.
ఏమైనా ఇంపార్టెంట్ డేటా ఉందా ఇందులో?
ముందు ప్రభాకర్ అండి. యాక్చువల్గా నా వైఫ్ ది ల్యాప్టాప్ ఇది.
10 ప్రో వేసుకోండి, ఎందుకంటే 10 హోమ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అంత ప్రాపర్గా వర్క్ అవ్వదు. ఫస్ట్ స్టార్టింగ్ లో కూడా మీకు ఏదో ఇష్యూ వచ్చింది కదా?
స్టార్టింగ్ లో ఇష్యూ నాకు రాలా ప్రభాకర్. డైరెక్ట్ గా నేను ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేయగానే నాకు ఐ వాజ్ ఏబుల్ టు లాగిన్. I mean, recently only I was seeing this kind of errors. 2 days before I was seeing the same errors. But again, after restarting my system for 2 times, then I was able to log in.
సో ఒకసారి మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, ఇలా టైం పడితే ఏం చేయాలంటే ఈ ఐకాన్స్ డిలీట్ చేసేయండి. ఓకేనా? 3 ఐకాన్స్ డిలీట్ చేసేయండి. ఓకే. దాని తర్వాత సి ఫోల్డర్లో సో ఇక్కడ కూడా ఉంది కదా ఫైల్, మరి సి ఫోల్డర్లో కూడా ఉంది ఫైల్. మరి నీ ఫైల్స్ పెట్టుకుంటే అది ఆడ లోడ్ అవుతుంది. అది ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఫైల్, అక్కడ ఉన్న ఫైల్ రెండు డిలీట్ చేసాను. అక్కడ మీరు చేశారా? చేయకుండా అయిందా? అది అవదే
ఇక్కడే చేసిందండి. యా.
మరి ఇక్కడ చేయకుండా అవ్వదు కదా ఇది. మీరు చేసింది జీలో ఎందుకు అయింది ఇది?
సీలోనే చేశాను అనుకుంటా. రాగానే ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
మరి జీలో ఉంది కదా, జీలో. సరే, ఒక పని చేయండి. ఎనీవే, సో మీరు పిఆర్పిసి ఐకాన్స్ డిలీట్ చేసేసి పిఆర్పిసి పర్సలేట్స్ని ఇక్కడ డిలీట్ చేయండి. అండ్ దెన్ కమ్ బ్యాక్ వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ డిలీట్ చేసేయండి. ఓకేనా? ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది కదా. సో మళ్ళీ ఈ ఫైల్ ఓపెన్ చేసి సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అని క్లిక్ చేసి సేమ్ చేయండి. అప్పుడు మీకు ప్రాబ్లం రిజాల్వ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్.
ఓకే. అంటే ప్రభాకర్ ఆల్రెడీ నేను అప్పుడు ఇలా చేస్తే నేను చేసిన ప్రాజెక్టులు ఉంటాయి కదా, మళ్ళీ డిసపియర్ అవుతాయి.
అయిపోతాయి ఇంకా, అవి ఉండవు. ఇంకా మనం అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి.
ఓకే. ఓకే ప్రభాకర్, నేను ఒకసారి రీస్టార్ట్ చేసి చూస్తాను. ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ ఏబుల్ టు బ్రింగ్ అప్ ద అప్లికేషన్ దెన్ ఐ కనెక్ట్ విత్ యూ ఇన్ ద ఈవినింగ్. ఓకే.
ఇది మీకు ఒక్కరికే కాదు, చాలా మందికి ఇట్లాంటి ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. 8.5లో వస్తున్నాయి ఇవి. 8.4లో ఇట్లా రాకుండా ఉండే, మళ్ళీ బాగానే ఉండేది. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు 8.4లో కాఫ్కా ప్రాసెస్లో యాడ్ చేశారు. కాఫ్కా అనేది ఒక కాఫ్కా ప్రాసెస్ ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఏంటనేది చెప్తాను తర్వాత. టామ్ క్యాట్లో ఉంటుంది అది కాఫ్కా. దానివల్ల లేదు అనుకుంటే బెటర్. ఇంకా మీరు చాలా మంది క్లౌడ్లో చెప్తున్నారు. కాకపోతే మీరు పర్సలేషన్ అనేది ప్రాజెక్ట్ కోసం యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే. ఎవరికైనా వచ్చిందండి ఇలా ఎర్రర్ వల్ల? సుధాకర్, మీకు ఎర్రర్ ఏమన్నా వచ్చింది ఎట్లా? సుధాకర్
వచ్చింది సార్.
ఇను లేడా?
వచ్చింది సార్. హలో.
సేమ్ ఎర్రరా? శాంతి
వచ్చింది సార్.
కిరణ్
అయితే నాకు కూడా వచ్చింది సార్. నాకు ఒక 3 టైమ్స్ వచ్చింది. డిలీట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాను.
ఇంకా అంతే, ఇంకా అంతే చైతన్య, ఇంకా ఏం చేయలేము. చెప్పినా కదా అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ అని ఇన్స్టాల్. ఓకే, మొత్తం డిలీట్ చేయక్కర్లా, ఐకాన్స్ డిలీట్ చేయండి. ఐకాన్స్ డిలీట్ చేసేసి ఈ ఫైల్ సి ఫోల్డర్లో కూడా ఆ ఫైల్ ఉంది, అది డిలీట్ చేయండి. డి ఫోల్డర్లో ఉన్న జీ ఫోల్డర్లో ఉన్న ఫైల్ కూడా డిలీట్ చేసేయండి. ఇది ఎంత 432
ఓకే.
500. ఓకే, పర్లే, ఏం కాదు, బాగానే వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే
సార్ అది
ఓకే ప్రభాకర్, నేను చూసాను ఇంకొకసారి. వర్కౌట్
కష్టం
అవ్వకపోతే
అవుతా
నేను మీరు చెప్పినట్టు చేస్తాను.
సేమ్ నేను కూడా వేరే ల్యాప్టాప్ కొన్నా, వేరే బ్యాచెస్ కోసం మొన్న ఇంకో ల్యాప్టాప్ కొన్నా. ఈ ల్యాప్టాప్ కాకుండా వేరేది మళ్ళీ 8.5 చేశాను. ఈ ల్యాప్టాప్లో 8.6 చేయాలి. కాబట్టి 8.5లో కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇంకా మనం కొత్త కొత్త ఫీచర్లు యాడ్ చేస్తుంటారు కదా, అది మనం మైగ్రేట్ అదే అప్డేట్. ఇది కాక వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే లైసెన్స్ తీసేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నారు పెగా సిస్టమ్స్ వాళ్ళు. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే వేరే వాళ్ళు ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వకూడదు, పెగా సిస్టమ్ వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళే ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చుకోవాలని.
ఓకే.
వాళ్ళు ప్రాపర్గా ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వరు, ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ ప్రాపర్ మెటీరియల్ ఉండదు, ఏముండదు, అంత వికీపీడియా ఉంటుంది. అందుకు వాళ్ళ ప్రాపర్ గైడెన్స్ వల్ల రియల్ టైంలో వర్క్ చేసేటోళ్ళు కూడా బయటనే సర్చ్ చేసుకుంటారు కార్పొరేట్ ట్రైనింగ్ అదంతా. అది ప్రాబ్లం. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు కొంచెం రిస్ట్రిక్షన్ పెడుతుంటారు. అందుకే ఏంటంటే మనం ఆ వేలో అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి చేయండి, వస్తుంది, ఏం కాదు. ఒక 3-4 స్టూడెంట్స్ అట్లా చేశారు, ఏం కాదు. ఓకే,
ఓకే ప్రభాకర్, సరే చూస్తా. ఓకే,
చెప్పండి సుధాకర్.
సార్ అది స్క్రీన్ ఫ్లో ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది సార్ క్రియేట్ చేయగానే.
అదే అన్నారు కదా, అది న్యూ చేంజ్. మీకు రన్ ఆప్షన్ రావలేదు అన్నారు కదా,
అవును
కరెక్ట్?
సార్. అవును సార్.
క్రియేట్ చేయగానే వస్తుంది ఎర్రర్.
అవును సార్, క్రియేట్ చేయగానే ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది.
మీరు ల్యాప్టాప్లో జాయిన్ అయ్యారా, మొబైలా?
ల్యాప్టాప్ సార్.
ఓపెన్ చేసి ఉన్నారా?
ఓపెన్ చేయలేదు సార్. 2 minutes.
సరే, ఇప్పుడు ఓపెన్ చేయకండి, టైం పడుతుందిలే. ఈసారి నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో ఓపెన్ చేసి పెట్టండి, నేను చూస్తాను. అది న్యూ ఫీచర్ ఏం కాదు, నేను అప్డేషన్ చెప్తాను. ఓకేనా, రైట్. అది ఏంటంటే ప్రాసెస్లో స్క్రీన్ ఫ్లోస్లో ఇంతకుముందు ఫ్లోలో కూడా లాజిక్ మనం రన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, కానీ వాళ్ళు రన్ ఆప్షన్ తీసేస్తారు అనమాట. ఓకే, దట్ ఇస్ ద న్యూ ఫీచర్, నో ఇష్యూ. అండ్ దెన్ డైరెక్ట్గా కేస్ టైప్లో మనం ప్రాసెస్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ పెట్టారనమాట, నాట్ ఫర్ ఇండివిజువల్ ఫ్లోస్. ఓకే, ద డిఫరెన్సెస్ ప్రాసెస్ ఫ్లోస్కి స్క్రీన్ ఫ్లోస్కి డిఫరెన్స్ అర్థం అవడానికి నేను అలా చెప్పాను 8.4లో.
ఓకే,
బట్ నో ఇష్యూ, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ బిగ్ ఇష్యూ. మీరు ఒకసారి సిస్టమ్ ఆన్ చేయండి, నేను చూస్తాను. శాంతి కిరణ్ కూడా అడిగినట్టున్నాడు మొన్న.
అవును సార్, సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లం.
యా, సరే, నేను చూస్తాను, మీరు అప్డేషన్ చెప్తాను. ఓకేనా, చేంజెస్ ఎట్లా అని చెప్పండి. ఎనీ డౌట్స్? అంతేనా?
అంతే సార్. సార్ ఇంకోటి, అది మీకు కాల్ చేస్తాం సార్ మేము, అది సర్టిఫికేషన్ కోసం.
కాల్ చేయ ఒకసారి నాకు. ఓకేనా,
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే,
కాల్ చేయి. ఓకే, ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి ఏ రోజు ఆ రోజు. ఓకేనా, ఓకే, బాయ్.